Hello once again YouTube, Chris the Netbringer here, bringing you some StarMade station reviews, and today we are checking out the Iota trade station by Shin Noir. Now, according to the download page, this is actually the headquarters of the Trade Guild, and is aptly named so because this is quite a massive and imposing structure. Quite a unique structure, I must add as well. Here we can see there's a turret attached to this ring. A pretty good turret design, I must say. Pretty interesting. It's got a camera on it, it's got the guns, it's got this like little bit right here with the glowing power core thingies. I want to fly over here. This is where the docks are. I'm going to connect. I can't connect. I hate that. I hate that it does that. And we'll throw it on the build block right here so I can jump in. Wow, look at the build area, or the docking space for that. That is nuts. So there's the docking space. So I'm going to say, and I've taken a quick look around this thing as I loaded it in, that this is a massive station, and there's a few points I want to make out about the wedging that this player's done. Wow, okay, this is weird. This entire upper section is the turret platform. That's crazy. That's like a massive turret. Okay, okay. Anyway, so I want to point out that we can see here that the builder has used pentas and tetras in order to make this a smooth ring, right? Smooth ring all the way around. But we come over here, and the pentas and tetras suddenly have disappeared in lieu of the wedges. Solely wedges. And I'm not sure how I feel about that, because it looks completely different as a texture and as a surface than any other part of the station because of that. And I'm not sure if the builder noticed this, but I think it would pay off big time if they had at least tried to Petra and Tetra it. Also, I would like to know if they created this shape on their own. I'm going to say that they did. I can't speak for them though, so that's just a guess. But it's a little sporadic. I know for a fact that if somebody somehow generated this shape with some sort of shape generator, I don't think it would be this much all over the place in terms of where these edges and the layers go in each time they go in. You know, it feels a little random, and I think an attempt to smooth that out would definitely benefit the builder as well in terms of getting that to look a little bit nicer. But we are gonna quickly look at some of the exterior bits. There's a lot of logic involved with this. For example, look at this. I can't imagine how many blocks of logic had to go into it to get this working. I mean, look at that. That's nuts. It's going around the whole thing. Or at least I'm pretty sure it was. Maybe it's not. Maybe I'm just seeing things. Maybe it doesn't activate until you get close enough. Because once I get over here, it starts moving. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, I didn't know logic had a range. We can see that there's some sort of little tower sticking out here, which may or may not have any actual purpose. And this right here is like a pinnacle of logic engineering. Something that, this is the first time I've seen something rotating with logic, you know, and using logic to get something to move like this. It's not really moving, but it's quite impressive, you know. It's something that I hadn't seen before, so I am impressed with that. That's pretty neat. I don't think I've seen much logic like that on the station so far. I would like to say that the shape of the hangar is nice, and you know, the overall shape of the station in general is pretty neat, but there is just too much blank space here. Nothing is going on these areas, and it does not help the station at all. There really needs to be something going on over there. And for that matter, inside as well, because I'm not sure I can agree with how this was all handled. It feels unfinished. It really does. Which is a shame, because there is effort put in, you know, all sorts of other stuff, like this shape that has gone into this truss work here. It's quite nice. But in a room that is so large and flat and seemingly unfinished in some areas, I'm not sure if it really even matters. Does that pay off to you guys? I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it pays off for me. There are some nice details on the flooring here, including diagonal, you know, lines for the directional movement of ships, you know, markings so they can tell where they're supposed to go. Lots of logic. I can tell this person really enjoys using their logic. We'll check out all of these areas in a moment. I'm just trying to get my bearings. Okay. Is this an elevator? It looks like an elevator. It is. Just goes to a different section. Okay, so let's figure this out. Let's say we have landed. We want to go down first through this elevator down here. We got some sort of storage areas. Ooh. I wonder what this is. This looks almost like a scrapyard. Now that's interesting. This looks like a big pile of scrap. So perhaps this is some sort of capsule for scrap. I like the fact that, you know, it looks like there's hinges on it. Big vault door. And this is clearly some sort of elevator platform that goes down. Maybe it's a garbage disposal. Who knows? I think this is a little strange, of a block to place in the garbage area, or a scrap heap of some sort. Ooh, we got a robot over here doing some stuff. Maybe it's not a robot, but an exoskeleton thing that you can climb into. Yes, it is. Haha, excellent. That's really great. We'll continue to dive into the depths of the station. This room doesn't appear to serve any function, but it is kind of neat. I do like the shape of this room. It kind of feels like some sort of college classroom. The instructor down all the way over there. But I'm assuming that's not what that is, considering it's right next to what appears to be some sort of garbage heap. Or scrap heap or something. So let's go back up, and let's check out this way. Got some interesting hallway design here. Security, control room, main floor. Again, more logic. Potentially directing us. Actually, real quick, we'll go into this room here. Ah, you can trap him inside. That's neat. Haha. Got some desk stuff going on here. I like the incorporation of this power module in the desk there. It gives, you know, some animation to that little area. So let's continue. Control room and main floor. Alright, so control room is this way, I think. Yep, this looks like a control room to me. Interesting. What this thing is interesting. I don't know what that's supposed to be, but this room seems a little bit bare. I'm not gonna lie, there's a lot more that could be going on with this room, including color on this wall. You know, they've started to add some depth and some detail with these grates and these lights, but there's not enough going on here for me to consider this finished as well. We'll go down, and apparently the main floor is up here. What? Whoa. Okay, we're still in the hangar area. Don't get excited yet. This is pretty neat. I like that. I think, you know, again, wedging. Totally do it. Potentially give this a little bit more structure, because right now it's just a massive power modules. Let's see. Got a ring here. That's not loaded in. Oh, here's the ring. Let's see what's in the ring. There's not much going on in the ring, to be honest. See, here's the thing. There has to be stuff in here in order for me to care about visiting it. And I've seen this happen a few times on the stations that we've seen in the past. And it's just like, there's nothing in these rooms that are so massive and expansive, you know, this room goes around. It would be worth it if something was on the other side that you couldn't see from any other part of the station. For example, over here, perhaps there was some sort of really cool bar. Who knows? This would be like the coolest place to have a little chill spot where you could eat and look out as ships docked to the station. But there's not. There's nothing. There is no reason for me to walk around this entire ring. It's empty. And the player is going to be hard-pressed to come up with that idea on their own, on the spot, when they get this station. I believe the same thing happens over here. How do you access this area? Ooh, okay, some sort of graphical glitch just happened there. This appears to be all sorts of logic stuff. I believe that's the faction module. Yep, finally found one. Plex Builder, nicely placed. I said this before, it should be put into a room that actually, you know, serves function and integrated into a room that has a bit more purpose. It looks like there is some things that I missed, so we'll check that out in a second. And, of course, it's built by Shinmar. Got a lot of logic going on with this station, which is, you know, really great. It's good to see the logic getting some uses like this. Pretty crazy. something that I currently am not capable of doing. It looks like this is all like set up for future logic additions as well, which is pretty neat. I would like to see logic incorporated into a build a little bit nicer than this, though. For example, the same way that you've got this build block on a desk with other computer monitors, right? Perhaps you can incorporate the logic into what looks like a machine. I mean, we've got all these pipes going around, we've got all sorts of stuff going on. You know, maybe instead of just throwing it onto a wall, how about integrating it into some sort of device? So we have some hallways, medical conference room, the corner bar, the hangar bay. So there's all sorts of stuff going on here. Wow, look at this medical bay. Now this medical bay has a lot more detail put into it than any other part of the station that I've seen so far. I mean, look at this. He's integrated the logic into builds like this. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Look at that. It looks like it's connected. Neat. I freaking love it. Right? It's the cloning bay. It looks like a machine. These things like would activate and then bam, there you are. You have a fresh clone. You're in a nice, lovely medical bay. Awesome. That's what I'm talking about. Give, you know, purpose and design to what is otherwise a simple block, such as the undetonator. We've got a little conference room here. Not much going on with the walls. I would like a little bit more, considering they, for the most part, put this grating and wedging on the top. They didn't do it in here. I think maybe they potentially missed that. We've got a nice little window here. Where is that? Oh, okay. We'll go up a floor. I'm not entirely sure how you get up to these floors. What's this? Oh, there is an elevator. So, what is up here? Oh, my phone is going off, so please ignore that. Okay, so that's engineering. There's nothing else in here. This hallway is actually pretty much useless, to be honest. I mean, there's nice windows at the end, but if there's no rooms to go to, then it serves almost no function. We'll go up another level. I think I skipped some, actually. Wasn't I on 2? I was on 2. Yep, 2. We'll just go up 1. This is 3. What does this connect to? Engineering. There's nothing over there. There's nothing over here. Level 4. More engineering. Nothing back there. Look at all this space! Could have used this space for something. What's this? Okay, I think I'm on level 3, level 4. We are on now level 5. I'm not going to bother reading the signs. It's faster to just go through the walls, to be honest. Ooh! Wait a minute. Now I need to read the sign. What's this say? This is level 5. It says Cube Farm. What is a cube farm? I feel like this is not a cube farm. I feel like this is like some sort of trading area or a classroom of some sort. Interesting. Very interesting. Let's go up to the next floor. And here we have an empty room. Again, try and finish the build. Floor 6. Another empty room. Ooh, see, look at this. Now this is interesting. Massive structure here. This type of detail work is pretty awesome. I mean, just looking at this and hanging out above this empty room, quite interesting, you know? Like, it feels like that scene in Star Wars with Obi-Wan turning off the tractor beam. Awesome. Feels atmospheric in here. Needs to be wedging. We'll continue to go up, although I feel like the rooms are getting smaller and less filled. Yeah, it looks like a lot of these rooms were just never put in at this point. You know, there's nothing going on for the rest of the top of the station. There's just hallways that are not filled with anything. Up here we do have some desks, what appear to be some sort of corporate office. They're all the same as you go up, until you get to this one, in which case this guy is clearly the head honcho because he has his desk that is elevated with a couch beneath. And a glass elevator. Oh, and a landing pad on top. Wow. So you can come up and get a ride in his VIP helicopter with the Logic landing pad. So, I'm going to say that the interior and exterior definitely need work. This is technically an unfinished station, and therefore I'm going to give both the interior and exterior, I hate to say it, but like a 5 or a 6 out of 10. it's just too much that's not done, and I think things need to be executed better. But I do like the concept. It's a massive station. There's definitely room for a lot of interesting ideas to take place. I mean, there's a frickin' scrapyard. I haven't seen that yet. A scrapyard in the bottom of this station. Do more stuff like that, people. You know, that's great. So, overall, as a trade guild station, I'm going to say I don't feel like it's as effective as a trade guild station. It feels more like a regular corporate headquarters type of thing going on instead of trade guild. I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. I mean, it is got the amenities that a trade guild station has to have, but it still feels not quite yet there. But that's all I've got to say. This was the Iota trade station by Chinoir. Thanks for submitting it. It's quite an impressive build. So yeah, thanks for watching. Subscribe if you want to see more, and I will see you all for the next station review. Nuts. So there's the docking space. So I'm gonna say, and I've taken a quick look around this thing as I loaded it in, that this is a massive station, and there's a few points I want to make out about the wedging that this player's done. Wow, okay, this is weird. This entire upper section is the turret platform. That's crazy. That's like a massive turret. Okay. Anyway, so I want to point out that we can see here that the builder has used pentas and tetras in order to make this a smooth ring, right? Smooth ring all the way around. But we come over here, and the pentas and tetras suddenly have disappeared in lieu of the wedges. Solely wedges. And I'm not sure how I feel about that, because it looks completely different as a texture and as a surface. A pretty good turret design, I must say. Pretty interesting. It's got a camera on it, it's got the guns, it's got this like little bit right here with the glowing power core thingies. I want to fly over here. This is where the docks are. I'm gonna connect. I can't connect. I hate that. I hate that it does that. And we'll throw it on the build block right here so I can jump in. Wow, look at the build area, or the docking space for that. That is... Hello once again, YouTube. Chris the Netbringer here, bringing you some StarMade station reviews, and today we are checking out the Iota trade station by Chinoir. Now, according to the download page, this is actually the headquarters of the Trade Guild, and it is aptly named so because this is quite a massive and imposing structure. Quite a unique structure, I must add as well. Here we can see there's a turret attached to this ring than any other part of the station because of that. And I'm not sure if the builder noticed this, but I think it would pay off big time if they had at least tried to Petra and Tetra it. Also, I would like to know if they created this shape on their own. I'm going to say that they did. I can't speak for them though, so that's just a guess. But it's a little sporadic. I know for a fact that if somebody somehow generated this shape with some sort of shape generator,